I have another tutorial. I don't know what's happened to me this week. I've decided to be really proactive. Yeah, so it's kind of a bit of a dramatic look, and it has some green and some kind of gold, and a little bit of a sparkle, and I just paired it with some really kind of pink, light pink lips. So yeah, but I was kind of inspired by these earrings. I bought these earrings ages ago, and they're from Nisha Davdra, and they're kind of like gold and pearl, and they have some emerald work in there as well. So yeah, I bought these earrings, and I haven't even had a chance to wear these out anywhere, and I haven't even had a chance to do a tutorial. So here we go. She's got a whole bunch of stuff on her website, so definitely check her website out. Lots of Indian jewellery. There's loads of like Indian clothes and things like that on there. So yeah, check that out. If you subscribe to her newsletter, you get some discount codes and stuff like that sent to you when she has the sale. So yeah, let me show you them up close because they're really, really beautiful. Ignore my really old woman hands. If you would like to see how I did it, then keep on watching. I've just taken the MAC eyebrow pencil in stud, and I'm creating the brow shape now. So as you can probably see from the other side, it's quite a strong brow shape. Now I generally like to wear my brows quite strong anyway, but I just think sometimes with these more dramatic looks, it's better to have a stronger brow, just because it kind of frames the face a little bit better. But obviously you can adjust it to, you know, how you want to wear it. If you like to wear your brows a little bit softer and lighter, then, you know, obviously just adjust it to what you feel comfortable with. Okay, so my next step is to just pop a little bit of the MAC Chroma White, I think it's like a paint pot, and I'm just putting the tiniest amount just into the kind of middle of the lid, because I really want my gold that's going to go on afterwards just to pop and be really vibrant. The only thing with this product is it's a little bit not dry in texture, but it just dries really, really fast, and if you don't get it sort of in a thin layer, it can almost look a little bit crepey. And then the next thing that I did was took a green eyeliner pencil, and this is in Green Ivy, and this is a sleek pencil, and I've just kind of put that into the inner corner of the lid. As you can see on the other eye, the green is almost in the inner corner and the outer corner, and I've literally just applied that straight from the pencil. And what I then go on to do is to blend that out with my fingers slightly, and also using a MAC 217 brush. So this is just to intensify the colours that we're going to then put onto the lid, so that the colours don't lose themselves. Just taking this green, which is a really nice vibrant green. It's almost a little bit like a forest green, but with a bit more vibrancy to it. And I've just taken that onto a MAC 239 brush, and what I'm doing here is I'm just going to pat that colour down and use that to put into the outer corner as well. Taking a MAC 217, and I'm just using that to sort of fade the colour out a little bit more and kind of create a little bit more of a gradient so that it will blend into the gold quite nicely. So now that we have the green laid down, what I then go on to do is take Urban Decay's Half Baked eyeshadow, and I'm just going to take that onto a flat shader brush and just pop that into the middle. So it was kind of where we put that white. As I said before, I just really wanted it to be nice and sort of vibrant and not be muddied by the green too much. So I'm just using a flat shader brush just to apply that, and then I'm just going to fade it out into the green and then go back into the green and bring that sort of back in. So it all kind of merges, but it's still kind of one colour as such. Okay, and now we do my favourite technique, which is the tight liner technique, and this time I've actually used the tight liner product. So it's a flat liner brush, and it's Black Ebony by Laura Mercier, which is a black tight liner, and all I'm going to do is push that into the lashes, and that will give me a lovely definition from the root of the lashes upwards. So I was a bit out of focus when I applied top liner, so I'm really sorry but that clip isn't in there. If you do want me to do a separate tutorial on that, I can do that, just leave the comments below. What I've taken is a pencil brush by Gosh, and I've just dipped that into Laura Mercier's Noir eyeshadow, and all I'm doing is just using that to intensify the kind of corner and almost start to create that sort of mid-cut crease. I've just used a brush, I can't remember what this brush is called, but it's basically just kind of like a bigger version of the pencil dome brush, and I've just used that to feather it out. So I've flipped between these two brushes until I get the intensity that I require. And then what I also do is take a pencil liner, the black pencil kohl liner, and all I'll do here is just place that into the almost the corner of the eye to give a little bit more intensity, because it's just that little bit more inky black, and I'm pretty sure that you've seen other people do this, but it just gives us more of that kind of Arabic kind of look as well. What I also will do in a second, you'll see, is to take an angled liner brush, and I've dipped that into Laura Mercier's Noir eyeshadow and just run that along the top liner. As I'm getting older, I do find that the kind of straight eyeliner doesn't really suit me, if you know what I mean, and so I kind of have to blur some edges. So that's basically what I'm doing here. It just looks a little bit softer, and I feel like it pulls the look together. So all I have done here is just to add a little bit of the MAC brick eyeshadow, and that's just literally running it at the top of the kind of transition colour, and that's just to make sure that everything's nice and blended, but also it looks quite warm as well, otherwise sometimes it looks a bit harsh. I've just taken a concealer brush and I've just dipped it into a concealer that's a little bit lighter, and I've just used that under the brows, and that's just to sharpen the brows up, but also almost act as an eraser. So I'll drag the colour down slightly, and that will just help with that sort of more sort of blended look. Okay, it's time for a little bit of mascara now. I'm using the Volume Lashes, I think it's the excess one, it's in a red packaging, and I'm just using that. Now, I'm not curling my eyelashes because I'm going to put some false lashes on top, and if you curl your eyelashes, it can sometimes be quite hard to place the lashes on top afterwards. This is a really good mascara, and I'm just using that now just to apply to the bottom as well, so that we get a little bit more intensity as well. So top and bottom lashes, lots of mascara. Okay, so I'm applying the lashes that I have here. These are just some Eyelaw ones. I think I used them in my previous tutorial, and I'm just placing them onto the centre, and then again I'll just tuck the corners in. So hopefully this time you'll be able to see that a little bit more clearly. These were still a little bit wet, naughty me. And so basically, yes, so just pop them onto the centre, tuck the corners in, and just make sure they're all sealed to the kind of eyelash base. Once the lashes are now secure, what I'll do is take a little bit of the Chanel's Illusion d'Ombre, and I'm just putting that onto the centre of the eyelid. You'll just see me do that in a second, and that's just to give us a little bit more sparkle. So I'm just using my Laura Mercier primer, and I'm just using it to apply to the skin now. So I absolutely love this primer. I just really feel that it helps foundation look better, so even if I'm doing a tutorial and I'm just going to wipe it off afterwards, I'll always apply this onto the skin because it protects the skin as well, and it does help the foundation to look better, more almost synchronized with the skin. So just popping that all over the base. If you are looking for a really good primer, I definitely 100% recommend these primers. So for foundation, I'm using the Laura Mercier Moisture Supreme foundation in Tawny Beige. I absolutely love this foundation because it gives a lovely satin finish to the skin, and it is really good coverage. I have been using the MAC Face and Body, but I've just been finding it's a little bit too oily. This one stays just that little bit more in place, I find, and is really good coverage. So for concealer, I'm just using the MAC Studio Finish Concealer, and I'm using that on a Laura Mercier Secret Camouflage brush. So just to apply it, and then I will use the other side of the brush, which is the Camouflage Powder side, and I'm just going to use that just to blend that in and make sure that's really nicely blended in so it looks nice and highlighted underneath that area as well. And here what I'm doing now is just setting the whole base now with a little bit of Laura Mercier's translucent powder, and that will mattify the skin slightly, just take down the shine, and everything just gets locked into place. And obviously it will just last pretty much the whole day. If you were, say, to wear this out, I would recommend taking a compact translucent powder. And to contour, I have just used the MAC Sculpt Powder, and I've just kind of mixed that in between that and MAC's Blunt Powder as well. Haven't really used these two products in a long time, so I dug them out and thought, oh, I'll just use these. I do know why I don't use them. They're a little bit more on the ashier side, but mixed with MAC's Blunt, I actually find that it's quite nice because MAC's Blunt is more redder in tone, so it just kind of almost balances it out. And then I'm just using the MAC, oh, I forgot this number of the brush, I really need to figure this out, but it's just a mini version of the 138, and I'm just using that to really buff that in, blend that in under the sort of hollows of the cheeks. I've taken Bombshell Lipstick by MAC, and I've just used that lightly on the lips. I don't want anything that's too perfect because we've got a lot going on with the eyes, but you still need a little bit of colour on the lips. So light pinks are quite nice on this look, I think. And then I've just used the lip gloss by Bare Essentials. Okay, and now I've put my cheek colour back on. I just wanted to sort of figure it out with the lips first before I went ahead with my cheek colour, and as you can see I'm faffing about, as always, to get a little bit of cheek colour on. I've just used Dolly, I think it's Dolly Mix by MAC, and I've just used that on the apples of the cheeks with a, I think this is a 168 brush, and I'm just using that to kind of take it back slightly as well to kind of give a more contoured effect as such. So it's a really beautiful colour, again for all skin tones. It's just kind of mid-tone pink, I would say. That's it, that's the look complete. I hope you liked it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, so press the like button, and Also, please subscribe to my channel, I'd really, really appreciate it. Leave any comments that you have below, and I will try and respond to them. And if you have any requests or anything like that, please send them through. You never know, I might actually get around to doing it one day. And that's it basically. I shall speak to you very soon. Take care, bye!